Hello.
Hey.
How is everyone today? Thank you for joining us with the weekly wrap up. Lisa has a new setup.
I do. I'm on the other side of the room. Josh has gone and I've changed it all around.
Yeah, it's good.
Shadowy. I've got a light right above me though, which is a bit annoying, but yeah.
Downlight.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us, wherever you are in the world. Morning, afternoon, and evening. This should be, I'm just double checking, live on X it is, and on YouTube as well. And of course, we're getting started in crypto. So if you are joining us from Getting Started in Crypto, you can chat to us, request charts, questions. There's also a little form above the video. If you're watching from the website, you can use that. Otherwise, I think it is straight up good old weekly wrap up, starting with the Bitcoin update.
It is. Well, how was Trump yesterday at the Bitcoin conference saying that he's going to fire Gary Gensler when he gets in, or if he gets in?
I definitely feel like he was given some pointers on what to say at a crypto conference to rile up everyone in the crowd. It's positive what he said. Whether it goes through, as we know with politicians, to actually happening is a different story altogether. But hey,
it does look like both sides though have a Bitcoin policy, so that is good for crypto.
Yeah, that's very good for crypto. Positive. Any news is good news, as they say. So
market's going up and green and lovely at the moment. So the world is better green. So let's jump into Bitcoin and see where we are. Okay, straight into the quantitative chart. Reason being, we've got a FOMC meeting this week, and we've got interest rates. And that's a key sort of region that, we need to find out sort of when we're going into the easing period. We have been in a tightening period where, the tightening periods are where the interest rates go up. We want to go into an easing period where the interest rates go down, and that would see the market bounce because there's more free money basically to buy and hold Bitcoin and alt. So that's what we want to see. Hopefully that comes either this month or September. So it's not sure whether it's going to be one last month of holding and then September is the cut. But it does look like we're going to get a cut soon. So whether that's this month or next month, we're so close. So I do think I've been talking about this for about 6 months. That 87K is going to be here very, very soon. So look for a tether print. I'm sure there's going to be a tether print in the next week with regards to FOMC and that sort of thing. If we get a positive result there, we'll see a tether print. We'll see Bitcoin go up. So we're not yet in the full bull market. We do have a pullback likely for that wave 2, and then we're going to have that continuation. A lot of people are saying that's a wave 4. I think that's a wave 2 because I think we're in a super cycle, and this was our wave 1. Come back down for our wave 2. This is our 1 of our 3. So we want to touch that 87K, and then we'll come back down, correct, and by Christmas time we're going to be going into that full third wave. So potentially if we can get to this point, we are looking at quite a high. So let's just put some fibs on that and get an idea of where we are going. Zoomed right out. So Bitcoin lights is 786. So 267,000 for this bull run. So if we can get to that 87K mark, then we get that correction. One last correction before we get the full bull run. And yeah, that's pretty much. So we've got those moon times. So if we have a look at the moon times, we'll come up, we'll hit that, hopefully that high of 267 sort of ish thousand, come back down and then complete that fifth wave. So it's going to be similar to what we saw in this region, where we saw the May decline and then we saw this go down in November. It looks likely that the high will be somewhere around sort of September to October 2025. So it is in line with that 4-year cycle. So we're on target. We're literally on target to get to that point. So it's super exciting. And as I showed you last week, so because I've got turned it around too, I've got to reverse the camera. I look to the opposite way. Yeah, so when we have a look at this line here was our 1st December where we broke out. That is around this point here. So this is our 87,000-ish mark. So basically what this looks like, coming up, coming down, and that's our breakout in December. So that's what we're likely looking at. This could go deeper, could go, as low as that median line. When we saw this region, it only pulled back to the top fib on the pitchfork. So, it may only come back to about 65. So, but possibly could come back a bit lower to that sort of 49.50K mark for one last run and then continuing higher and higher. So that's BTC. Hopefully this week we get a really good FOMC result, and then we're going to see that teleprint.
Okay. Moving on. Did you want to take a look at Ethereum as well?
Yes. Let's check out Ethereum. So our daily on the stock RSI has just crossed, which is a really, really good sign. So we can see when we've crossed here, each and every time it does cross positive and negative, we do get quite a good bounce. So that was a 25% rise in that region. We do have resistance coming up here again. So this resistance on the RSI did pull us back, which is what we see here. So hopefully this time we can break through that and get a higher high for Ethereum. Now, should that happen, we're going to get the stock moving up to the top here. We want to see the RSI probably up around the 76 to about 82 mark, and that's where it's potentially going to sort of turn down. We're not quite there yet, but it is looking quite strong on the daily, and the MAs, 100 and MAs are showing to be, quite good support in this region. So it is looking really good. The other one that we want to look at is Solana, and this is a beautiful giant cup and handle forming. Now, Solana has just flipped BNB on CoinMarketCap, and it's gone to 4th. So that's a huge, huge feat. So, big things coming for Solana, and I think we're going to see 300s very, very soon. When we look at this as a cup and handle, so if we draw that and we go old school on that region, that's taking us to about $380 for that cup and handle. So that's a really nice rise for Solana. So it does look like we should break the high fairly soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there any alts anyone requested?
A couple of requests have come in. Did you want to jump to them now?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's take just a quick 30-second break so you can prep your charts for that. That one coming up will be Illuvium, ILV. So let's see. Let's take 30 seconds and we'll be right back. Okie dokie, and a couple more, plenty more have come in.
Okay, they're all flowing in now.
Yeah.
So what have we got? I've got LV ready to go, which is one that I was looking at for a signal. So I've got all the details.
TRX.
TRX.
And then Pendle, which one's Pendle? Yeah, PENDLE.
Yep.
And Sol, which we just done, haven't we?
We just did that.
Daniel says no ETH. We did touch on ETH. You might have to rewind a little bit. It will be available to rewatch a wrap up at the end. Aero Finance, Liz. AERO.
AERO.
Yeah.
I haven't got the one. Hang on, let me have a look.
And Liz says it's not related to the charts, but she freaking loves that 30-second break tune. I'm absolutely with you on that. It's a real groover. I'm grooving behind the scenes every time we play it.
I thought you were like grooving for like a GSIC.
I do as well for the intro and outro. It's I'm still waiting for the people to clock on our clever little pun there with like a G6.
Yeah.
G6. There we go. Okay.
So I'm still, hang on, I'm still looking for. I'm going to change that from like a GSIC to I want a woman in finance 5-4.
Oh yeah, yeah, that could work. Maybe we could perhaps do that. Do that for next week.
I'm going to change the lyrics. Oh, Arrow's very, very new. All right, let's jump in. ILV. So this is one that I have been looking at. Hang on, can't see the logo behind me. For a signal, very, very close to adding a signal with GSIC. You can see that we are in the buy zone. It has got some resistance coming up around the 70 mark. So, you know, once it breaks out of that downtrend channel, this is going to absolutely go off. So it's so close to breaking out. BTC dominance has had a minor pullback today and has allowed the alts a little bit of a bounce, but just be aware BTC dominance is still on a tear while we're going up to that 87. So yeah, potentially we've got 164% on ILV, so coming up. So that looks really strong. Now, Pendle, these charts are all relatively new. So this one's a little bit older, 2023. So this is the daily. The reason I've got the daily is I want to just put some fibs on that, see where we've got to. We got to the 618. We're counting and we have enough waves. So potentially we can get, if we can break above this region, we can get a pattern going upwards. Let's have a look at where we've got some resistance coming down. Resistance coming up on this chart is 5.7. So that's going to be a strong resistance. Now, this could be still corrective longer term. So I'll show you what that looks like. So we've got an A, a B, a C, coming up for a D, and coming down for an E, and could go back down to that golden zone again to the 6.5. It only just touched the top of the 618. So potentially this is what, if Bitcoin gets to 87K and then has that pullback for that, what I'm calling the second wave, then alts are going to pull back, of course, as well. And this chart will likely see that golden zone again. Breaking out, obviously, you always buy the C. If you've been watching me for a long time, I will tell you, you always buy the C wave because you are never guaranteed the D and the E. And a lot of the time when we're in a bullish market, you won't get the D. So it will just break out at that region. So just be aware and just keep moving your stop loss up, and that way you've got profit as it goes, because this pattern could be either an impulse and breakout or the E wave coming down. Aero is another one that is relatively new, 7th of Feb. So it had a really nice entry to the market. We can see that we've got 5 complete waves there. And that's always a nice, strong sign that it is a strong coin coming in. Does look like we've got an A, a B, and a C here. So that pattern looks fairly complete. A, B, C with enough waves. When we put some fibs on that, we can see that we've come perfectly down to the 8.6 fib. So that's going to be something to watch. A lot of coins will develop a pattern memory as they move along, because the same people usually trade them. And it bounced at the golden zone, couldn't hold that region, has come back down to that 8.6. So from here, this looks like it should get a bit of an impulse bounce. So looking at the waves, take this other fibs off, zoom in. So we've got a 1, a 2, a 3. This is our 4th. As long as we don't cross into that 236, which is 0.65, as long as we don't cross into that region, this is still bullish. Because it's such a new chart, it's only got the 100 MA on the daily. So we might drop it down to a 4-hour, see sort of what support and resistance we've got. And we can see that it has crossed bullish at this point on the 21st of July, and holding retest of the 200, perfect, holding the 100 at the moment. So this looks likely that it's probably going to see around 1.18 to around 1.36 for Aero. So yeah, so it's a nice looking alts at the moment. We're getting some really strong bounces.
Okay, cool. Right, just taking a look. It looks like everyone's pretty happy there. Checking the emails. Yep, everyone's pretty happy. Anything else you wanted to look at, or any?
I think there was one more that I didn't yet open. TRX.
TRX. Let's.
Yeah. So let's have a look at that one. Oh, I've opened the Pendle chart on it. That's why. So hang on 2 secs. Okay, so TRX is a funny coin, because obviously when the market is going down, TRX is usually going up. The reason being is there's a USDT chain that is built on Tron. So you need TRX as gas to move any money. So TRX will go up when the market goes down, and that's predominantly what it has been doing. This is the daily chart, and it's had really, really strong movement since the bottom. So let's just have a look where we are headed. So that was our low. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And we've got 1, 2. So we're in 1, 2. This is our 3rd wave. So we potentially have completed the 4th wave with a truncated wave there, and potentially heading up to the 786. So if we put some fibs over this and just check, because like I was saying before, most coins will have a pattern memory, and this one blew straight through that. So potentially, going into the full bull run, this should, blow straight through that. So that went above the 186, probably to about 2. So probably somewhere up about 44 for TRX. So longer term hold, you are looking like, getting some good profits in about a year and a half. So 250% on that one. So potentially. Not guaranteed. Bitcoin has to do everything it's doing. The market has to continue, and the money needs to start flowing in, and banks and governments need to start easing. So look for when the interest rates start to drop. That's when the easing section will come into the market, and we will get the bull run starting.
Should be fairly soon. Yeah, fairly soon. I know the UK are that close as well to dropping. In fact, they're suspecting something maybe August next month. So yeah, very close now. Cool. Excellent. Anything else you want to cover?
So just keep an eye on whale alerts for that. It's normally $1 billion tether print, which just means there's more liquidity needed in the market. So, and that means there's more buyers buying coins, because that's how we buy them when the market goes up.
Excellent. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us this week. Have a great week ahead, and we will see you again soon.
We will catch you on X, in the group, and YouTube, lots of different social media. So yeah,
double check you're talking to the right at Lisa N. Edwards, or looking at the right profile for Lisa, because the scammers also, as we get busier, will be coming out of their little holes.
Yeah, they will be. Just always head to my Linktree. All the correct links are there, and so Linktree Lisa N. Edwards, and you'll find all the links.
Cool. Okay, thanks everyone for joining. We will see you again soon.
Cool.
Bye.